Are you frustrated?
I'm so frustrated. Are you kidding me? I mean, today it's like all sinking in, like, oh my gosh. Like, I don't even feel like my personality even got a chance to come out, to be honest.
By a vote of 13-0, Keesha, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Did you think you would be the first to go?
Absolutely not. I'm like so disappointed that I'm the first one out of All Stars.
I mean, you waited so long, more than a decade. The fans were crying for you to be on this show again. So how disappointing is it?
Oh, that makes me so sad when I hear that. It's very disappointing. I feel like I didn't even really get a chance to play. The house was so calm. Nobody was doing anything. Like, it was so different from my season. So different.
What do you think your downfall was? Was it that? Was it not being able to adjust to this strange way?
No, I just think my biggest downfall was I didn't know a lot of the house guests. So not knowing Cody was a huge downfall for me. I feel like they all had a connection. They all knew each other. So he had nothing really to go off of. So I think he just kind of picked two people that like he didn't really know much about.
Well, are you frustrated?
I'm so frustrated. Are you kidding me? I mean, today it's like all sinking in, like, oh my gosh, you know, like I don't even feel like my personality even got a chance to come out, to be honest. And it was completely different. Like, how do you go around the house and navigate to people that are just telling you that they love you? I love you. I like you so much. I want you in here. There's nothing negative to say about that. You know, it's so hard. Nobody's acting crazy. Nobody's throwing a fit. Like, I mean, I'm up against like one of the nicest people in the whole house. So it was a much different game.
You were just blindsided by that lack of emotion, it sounds like.
Definitely. I was waiting for something to happen, you know, like someone to say something to give me, you know, some reasoning. But even Cody was like, I love you. Like, I have nothing against you. You know, this isn't personal. And I'm like, okay, I understand. Like, there wasn't much to say to him, to be honest, at that point.
Well, you got emotional when you left. I mean, watching you put the mask on while crying and everyone was around you, what was that moment like?
I mean, they're whispering in my ear, I love you, as I'm walking out the door. So, I mean, the minute someone like hugs me, I'm like, it's done. Like it was so, I couldn't believe I was crying again. I felt like I cried so much in the first week again. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Did it take you back to crying all those years ago?
Absolutely.
Which time was worse?
Ooh, that's hard to say. I walked in the door and obviously I got hit right away with going up on the block. And so I'm still trying to adjust to being in the house. And I feel like I just have no time at all to adjust to anything. So it was just so many emotions, so many. And then people are telling you like, I like you so much. I love you. Like, oh my gosh, like you're so sweet. You're so this, you're so that. Nobody's saying like why they would possibly want me out of the house.
I feel some energy around me. And so that being said, like, I do wish most of you the best of luck.
Well, you did say in your speech that you wished most people the best of luck. So who do you not wish the best of luck to, and who do you feel betrayed by the most, if anyone?
I'm not sure who is the person that threw Kevin's name out there. I have my suspicions. I'm kind of thinking that it was like David or Tyler or maybe even Cody. You know, I just kind of met that to whoever is the one that like initiated the house to go Kevin's way.
I think people feel like Memphis betrayed you, and this would be the second time. So how does this betrayal feel this time?
I'm not sure he betrayed me, but again, I haven't watched, so I could be completely wrong about this. You know, he promised me that he would give me his vote. He promised me that, you know, he had my back. You know, we all know that I can't trust Memphis 100%. I was hoping if it came down to it that, you know, if he needed to be like my last vote or something, I was hoping that he would be there for me. But as far as like at the end of the day, you know, these people had to stay in. They had to continue to play the game, and nobody wanted to divide the house right now. So I completely understood that they all voted one way.
Are there hurt feelings there?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit, I would say.
So what was your reaction when you saw he won HOH, and what do you think he'll do with it?
I wasn't aware that he won HOH. Wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah. That's interesting. Now that I know, he's gonna go after definitely a girl, maybe even the Nicoles, because everybody likes them. I think Janelle's safe. I think we all had a bond at the beginning of the game, so I think she's gonna be okay. But any of the other ladies in the house, I wouldn't consider them safe.
Thinking back on your week, is there anything that you wish you would have done differently?
Absolutely, without a doubt. I wish I would have went to Cody the first night. I wish I would have introduced myself to him. I wish I would have had a conversation with him. I think that's like the main mistake that I made. Besides that, again, I haven't seen it, but I'm just assuming that he kind of persuaded the house on which way to go.
There was a moment when it was up in the air as to whether you knew who everybody was. Have you finally learned everyone in the house's names? And do you wish you'd done more studying?
The whole process happened for me super quick. I did not get the time like other house guests did. I mean, when I say super quick, I mean very fast. There was no time to really do much studying. I tried. I really did. I tried to go through like all the past episodes. I tried to like really get in there and know who people were. Yeah, I'm a little embarrassed that there are a couple people that I knew nothing about. Yeah, that definitely hurt me for sure.
Would you play the game again if you could?
I absolutely would play the game again. I feel like I didn't even get to play this time.
What do you feel like people didn't get to see?
Me. Like the real me. Like I feel like everything was happening so quick that I was still in my shock zone. I was still coming out of being wow, I'm in the Big Brother house, and wow, I'm in here with all these people, and just the adjustment of it. So getting put up on the block so fast, really threw my whole game. And then I'm okay, obviously I can't go around here and do too much because this cast is what people don't understand is they're so chill. And everyone was, this is the thing that I keep trying to play over in my head. They were just I love you so much. I like you. I want you in the house. What do you say to that? And then I'm up against Kevin, who is also a very nice person. And there's not a lot of negativity that I can say about Kevin. He's not in there acting crazy. He's, he's laying low. Honestly, he was moping most of the time. So I'm this poor guy, what am I gonna say against him? And I didn't want to bash him.
Well, who are you rooting for, and who do you hope follows you out the door next?
Okay, so I'm definitely rooting for Janelle or Davon or Kaser. I love Kaser.
And tell me why.
I think Kaser is an amazing person. Just getting to know him and getting to spend a little bit of time with him. He was always the one that was honest with me. He was so honest with me. He would tell me things that nobody else was gonna tell me. I think there's a few times that he cornered me and was listen, they're gonna get you. When everybody else is just creeping around, tiptoeing around, not saying anything.
Who do you want to see follow you out the door next?
I would say probably Cody.
Why?
Because I think he needs his turn. He needs to sweat it out a little bit.